Good morning. It's the appointed hour to call to order the September 25th, 2014 Oklahoma City Airport Trust meeting. The first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the August 28th, 2014 Oklahoma City Airport Trust meeting. What are the trustees' wishes? We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone. I have two reports this morning, or two comments, I should say. One is our passenger numbers were just absolutely outstanding again for the month of August. We were 7.3% higher than the August of the previous year. That's like July was at 6.7% higher than the previous July. So we had a very good summer, and we're hoping that that trend continues. Those are very high numbers, unusual to get that high. So I wanted to point that out.
Just great management, I guess.
Well, I think a lot of people love Will Rogers and want to go somewhere. Is a better, I think, explanation. However, a little bit related probably to management is our efforts to secure a little over $11,300,000 in grants. Today on the Trust, we'll be asking you to accept 3 grants that we received from the FAA, and these are major significant projects for airfield projects at Will Rogers World Airport and Wiley Post Airport, and also to purchase 2 high-speed runway blowers, which will be much more effective as we try to deal with ice and snow operations in the winter months. So those are my comments, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mark, moving on, Will Rogers World Airport.
Item A is approving or ratifying the director's actions to accept the grant funds offered by FAA, and this is for the purchase of 2 high-speed runway blowers and carrier vehicles. Item B is to approve addendas 1, 2, and 3 for the bids for these high-speed runway blowers and carrier vehicles, and accept the staff recommendation on the bids awarding to Machine Maintenance Incorporated, doing business as Luby Equipment Services, for $1,036,034, approving the contract and bonds. Item C is adopting the resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 Glabell Universal shuttle buses from National Bus Sales and Leasing. We're purchasing these off of a state contract, $165,292. Item D is approving change order number 2 to the construction contract with Conley Paving Company for our 64th Street replacement project at Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center, adding $15,929.70. We're also approving amendment number 2, adding $7,407.75. Item E is adopting the resolution ratifying the director's actions to install a 300-ton temporary chiller for Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center's multi-purpose building in the amount of $131,002 from United Mechanical. Item F is approving addendas 1 and 2 for the 100% capacity power generation system project. This is our terminal generator project, said more simply. And this, we're also asking to accept the recommendation on the bids opened on August 26th, awarding the base bid and alternate number 1 to Wind Construction Company for $4,317,000, approving contract and bonds. G is to approve addendas 1 and 2 for the terminal high bay roof replacement project, accept recommendation on bids opened on August 26th, awarding the contract to Anderson and House Incorporated, $399,000, approving contract and bonds. Item H is approve Amendment 1 to the contract for professional services with C.A. Mathis, doing business as the TMC Company. This is for project oversight related to the checked baggage inspection system. We're adding $188,705. Item I is approving change order number 6 to the construction contract with Manhattan Construction Company for our new rental car facility, adding $51,459.29 and 2 calendar days. Item J is ratifying the director's action to accept the grant funds offered by the FAA. This is for the replacement of asphalt portions of taxiway C and G with concrete. And item K is approving addendas 1 and 2 for the replacement of the asphalt portions of taxiway C and G concrete project, accept the recommendation on the bids opened on June 17th, and adopt the resolution to award after 90 days, awarding to TTK Construction Company for $8,240,561.96, and also approving contract and bonds. Last, under Will Rogers, L is concur with the Consultant Review Committee, authorize negotiation of a contract for professional service with Frankfurt Short Bruza Associates, and this is for the terminal expansion and new concourse project at Will Rogers. That's all the items under Will Rogers.
Thank you, Mark. You've heard the items under Will Rogers.
Move approval.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And is so done. Wally Post and Clarence E. Page.
Item A is to approve amendment number 2 to the contract for professional services with Garber LLC for the airfield lighting and electrical system improvements project. In this contract, we're deducting $64,460 at Wiley Post Airport. Item B is approve amendment number 2 to the contract for professional services with Garber LLC for the airfield infrastructure repairs and improvements project. And in this contract, we're adding $450,189 at Wiley Post Airport. Item C is ratify the action of the Director in accepting the grant funds offered by the Federal Aviation Administration for the airfield infrastructure repairs and improvements project at Wiley Post. And last, item D is approving addendum 1 to the airfield infrastructure repairs and improvements project, accept the recommendation on the bids open on July 22nd, adopt the resolution to award after 90 days, awarding the base bid and alternate to Libra Electric Company for $2,941,219, approving the contract and bonds for Wiley Post. That's all the items under general aviation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mark. You've heard the items under general aviation. What are the trustees' desires? The motion is second. Any discussion? Seeing none, please cast your votes. And it is so done. General.
Item A is to receive the delinquent accounts receivable report, the construction project status report, and the budget to actual report as of August 31st, 2014. Item B is concurring with the purchase of certain property casualty and liability insurance policies by the city through the Oklahoma City Municipal Facilities Authority for the benefit of the trust. Item C is approve amendment number 4 to the annual maintenance contract with Oklahoma Roofing and Sheet Metal, LLC. We're adding $50,000 to this contract. Item D is approving the plans and project manual submitted by Frankfurt Shore Bruzo Associates to revise the annual roof repairs and maintenance contract and advertise for bids to be opened on October 21st. And item E is approve amendment number 4 to the annual maintenance contract with Diversified Services of Oklahoma, renewing their contract for the annual miscellaneous and services repair and maintenance contract not to exceed $300,000 or 1 year, whichever is first. That's all the items under general.
You've heard the items under general. What are the trustees' desires? We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And is so done. Lease and other agreements.
Item A is approve the supplemental agreement number 1 with EAN Holdings, LLC. They're leasing 31,160 square feet of extra ground on their premises now for the construction of a gravel parking lot so that they can store more rental vehicles. We're revising the rentals accordingly, and this will be commencing September 1st retroactively. Item B is concur with the continued purchase of legal professional services with Crowe Dunleavy Law Firm. This is based on previously approved professional services agreement as stated in the contract terms. Item C is approve amendment number 1 to the agreement for the commission of the original public art for the new consolidated rental car facility with Phenomenon Arts Incorporated. This is actually deducting $12,000. And last, item D is approving the management contract and performance bond for the management of the consolidated rental car facility, bus operations and maintenance with First Transit Incorporated, effective upon approval and remaining in effect for 3 years, commencing upon the notice to proceed. First amount budget $1,304,131. And that's all the items under leases and other agreements, Mr. Chair.
You've heard the items under leases and other agreements. What are the trustees' desires?
Move approval.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Paragraph 8.
Request approval of the requisitions.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please cast your votes. And it is so done. Any comments from trustees? Seeing none. Comments from staff? Hearing none. Comments from citizens? Hearing none. We are adjourned.